Elvis Aaron Presley, also simply known as Elvis, was an American singer, musician, and actor. He is regarded as one of the most significant cultural icons of the 20th century and is often referred to as the King of Rock and Roll or simply the King. Producing smash hit songs such as Jailhouse Rock and Blue Suede Shoes, every man and boy alike dreamt of being Mr. Presley. His slick jet black hair combined with the handsome looks to charm any lady he passes. In tribute to the King of Rock and Roll, we'll be looking at the artist's life, what rose him to success, and his influence on the musical world. Let's go. Elvis Aaron Presley was born on January 8, 1935 in Tupelo, Mississippi. His older twin brother, Jesse Garon, was a stillborn, leading to Elvis growing up as an only child. Raised by loving working-class parents, Presley's family had little money and then moved from place to place frequently. On his 11th birthday, Elvis had received his first guitar as a gift from his mother, and then in 1946 he had his first taste of musical success. A few years later when he won a talent show at Hume's High School in Memphis. This had led to Presley's strong passion for music during his teenage years. Presley graduated from Hume's High School, Memphis in 1953, continuing in the field of music. He had been influenced by pop and country music of the time, the gospel music he had heard in church, and at the all-night gospel songs he frequently attended, and the black R&B he absorbed on historic Beale Street as a Memphis teenager. He cut his first demo record at what later became known as Sun Studio that year, and before long, Sam Phillips, the record label owner, decided to take the young performer under his wing. Presley soon began touring and recording, trying to catch his first big break. His single, That's Alright, was recorded in 1954, yet this was only the beginning of Elvis's amazing career. In 1955, Elvis's single Heartbreak Hotel became a smash hit, topping the Billboard charts, leading to signing with RCA Records and a movie contract with Paramount Pictures the following year. With his gyrating hip dance moves and good looks, all teenage girls fantasized about Presley, giving him the nickname of Elvis the Pelvis. This led to an uproar from the media, which then forcefully prohibited filming below his waist. In 1956, Elvis made his first television debut, the first of his 6 appearances on Stage Show, a weekly variety program hosted by Tommy and Jimmy Dorsley. He followed these with 2 appearances on The Milton Bell Show, the second of which included a performance of Hound Dog that was so provocative, for that time anyway, that had caused a national scandal. Damn, Elvis, what you be doing out there, man? Elvis next appeared on The Steve Allen Show, Allen mocking the sensation of the Bell appearance by having Elvis dressed in a tuxedo, eliminating his usual physical gyrations, and sing Hound Dog to a basset hound. That's pretty interesting. His first film, Love Me Tender, in 1956 was a box office hit. Even a stint in the US military couldn't put a damper on Presley's thriving career. Elvis received a draft notice in 1957, where his life took a turn for the better. He met his wife Priscilla and Wagner, who was just 14 years old at the time. After leaving the army in 1960, Presley resumed his career and was soon back at the top of the charts with the soundtrack of his film, G Blues. He continued recording music and acting in such films as Blue Hawaii in 1961, Girls, Girls, Girls in 1962, and Viva Las Vegas in 1964. Though his films were often hit or miss with both critics and audiences, they brought in a profit and the soundtracks usually sold well. From this, Elvis had left the musical scene to focus more on his personal life. Then, he gave birth to his only daughter, Lisa Marie, whom he loved deeply. However, this joyous marriage would not last for so long and would cause a lot of angry fans who were waiting for the king to return. The couple divorced in 1973, leading to Elvis' stress level to rise extremely. Combined with a growing addiction to prescription drugs, the once-thin rock star was battling a weight problem, and his destructive lifestyle caught up with him that fall when he was hospitalized for drug-related health problems. On the morning of August 16, 1977, Presley died of heart failure at the age of 42. It was later ruled that his death was related to his prescription drug use. Presley was buried on the Graceland property near the gravesites of his mother Gladys, father Vernon, and grandmother Minnie Mae Hood Presley. May the soul of the king of rock and roll rest in peace. So how exactly did Elvis influence the musical world? Throughout his amazing career, Elvis helped popularize rock and roll music in America. He also won 3 Grammy Awards for his gospel recordings. With a sound and style that uniquely combined Elvis's diverse musical influence, this had blurred and challenged the social and racial barriers of the time, given that his music was for all the people. During the time of Elvis's death, he had sold more than 600 million singles and albums. Presley's Graceland in Memphis, which he grew up in, is one of the most visited areas in America today, where fans all gather on the singer's birthday and the anniversary of his death. Such that, on August 2012, the 35th anniversary of Elvis's death, a record number of 600,000 fans had arrived at the scene with lit candles outside of the singer's house. To date, Elvis Presley is the only performer to have been inducted into 3 separate music halls of fame. Throughout his career, he set records for concert attendance, television ratings, and recording sales, and remains one of the best-selling and most influential artists in the history of popular music. Elvis Presley's dynamic life story, from his humble beginnings through his rise to stardom, is a fascinating journey which has earned Elvis his still undefeated title of the King of Rock and Roll. What are your thoughts on Elvis Presley? Was he the greatest singer of all time? Let us know down in the comments. Remember, if you enjoyed the video, smash the like button and subscribe for more daily content. Don't forget to ring the bell to receive notifications of when a new video releases. This has been Music Chess with Elvis Presley's story of success, signing out.